Hey guys, Daniel here. Sorry that I sound a little bit weird. It's because I'm sick. I have like a throat and a slight fever yesterday and stuff like that. But I'm doing my Game of the Year list. So this is my formula so you guys can see how I rate everything. So I have the parameters of 1 through 5. So 1 is for gameplay, 2 is for story, 3 is for music, 4 is for art design, and 5 is for replay value. And then my scale is 0.5 increments. It used to be 1 through 5 back then. 1 through 5, but then I saw that I needed more increments because some games I had to give that 0.5 in order to not have so many ties. This is last year's list, so you can see it as an example. Monster Hunter, Celeste, A Way Out, God of War, Far Cry 5, Bloodstained, and then how I calculate everything by the per. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit about myself and stuff like that. So I keep a journal, and I've been keeping it for a few years already. So this is 2019. These are my own personal reviews for each game. So you see Resident Evil 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, Far Cry, all the games I played throughout the year, new or old. It doesn't have to be new releases, but most of them are the new releases. So I go back to this to refresh my memory, to give me like sentimental value and nostalgia. I'm like, oh my god, what happened throughout the game? So it can help with my Game of the Year voting. And it's nice. I love this. I love video game guys. They're my life. They help me through depression and anxiety to keep it at bay, and it's just awesome. Video games are amazing. But yeah, so I go through all the memories, and then I start. And then I already wrote the new ones for this year, and you see the numbers are. So these are the nominees for my top 10. There's more than 10 here to see who makes it and who not makes it. And then I also had to do an honorable mentions and disappointments and all of that. But yeah, wanted to show you through the process of everything. Yeah, documented this year. So, it'll be fun to have it out there, a little video, a little insight into me as a gamer and how I vote for my top 10 games of the year for 2019. So yeah, now I'm going to start putting everything and tallying all the points and then reflecting. So see you soon. Now there's a few rules to what I actually put, even though these rules have gotten stricter and they've been happening for the past 2 years. I used to be slightly lenient in the past, but there's 2 main rules. One of the main rules is it has to be a game that's released in this year. So therefore, if it's like a PC port, it can't be considered. Like if it was a PC game first or a Switch game first and then it came out for PS4, for some reason I put it to the side. I'm like, I don't feel like I should because it's not a current game, if that makes any sense. And then another rule that we put, because I do these with Jackie, is we can't put remakes. Even though I've broken that rule back in the past, like with Valkyrie Chronicles and Fire Emblem Echoes, because those were remakes. But for example, that's why Resident Evil 2 won't be in the run this year. But I do put them in my honorable mentions, and I mentioned in my Game of the Year video that I do in January with Jackie, when we review our top 10 to each other. We put the exceptions in the honorable mentions. For example, one of the games I played this year that came out this year for PS4, The Messenger, which I fucking loved, I can't put it in my top 10 because it's already been out for a couple years. So, and then last year I think I had Owlboy and stuff like that. So, yeah, I can't, I like to do it as the current ones. I like to have those rules. But, with Final Fantasy next year, Final Fantasy 7, Jackie and me are considering maybe breaking the rule. Even though I'm like, why don't we break it this year? And she's like, no. And I'm like, but Resident Evil 2. So it's funny. Alright, it's time for the preliminary round. So I got it to about the top 12, top 13, And so it's pretty there. It's pretty there. There's a few ties in the middle, so I just had to go with gut feeling and heart to rearrange those. Death Stranding and Days Gone almost got tied. I was like, oh shoot. So I had to see gut feeling as well, because even if it got more points, I had to like go within my heart if I'm okay with that. And then, for example, like I'll give you another example, like Kingdom Hearts 3 had a Plague Tale. Even though Plague Tale is 18.5, I want to feel, because I don't know if I want to put Kingdom Hearts 3 above a Plague's Tale, because that was a pleasant surprise and I really fucking loved it. Plague's Tale. So I had to see. Tallied everybody's votes. That's how I got those numbers. I forgot to say that at the beginning. But yeah, I tallied all the votes. And then now they're there. And now I just had to feel everything. Be like, who do I swap? This is the part where it gets to me. Alright, so here we go. For Death Stranding and Days Gone, I think I like that order. So, Death Stranding has my Game of the Year number 1. Days Gone has the 2nd position. Now, for Kingdom Hearts 3 and A Plague's Tale, this is fucking hard. But, like, A Plague's Tale really surprised me. And it was so beautiful and worked on so many cylinders and even story. So you know what, I'm gonna give it the edge. So Plague's Tale is gonna be 3 and Kingdom Hearts is gonna be 4. Now the funny thing is that Control, Plague Tale, and Jedi were 3-way tie, but I still feel Plague's Tale, like, it just really surprised me. Now with Control and Jedi, I feel like Jedi is above Control, just because I feel like it landed better. Control's ending is what's really fucking me up. Control, I felt fell flat towards the ending. And then they're both equal when it comes to gameplay. They were both really freaking satisfying. And story and art design and music, they were pretty similar. But what gives Jedi, I think, my number 5... is just a better ending, and then Control is 6. Now for Bloodstained and Fire Emblem, they're tied as well, but who gets 7 and who gets 8? Well, Fire Emblem I felt was a little bit too easy and simple when it comes to gameplay. So, Bloodstained has better replay value, and it was just more satisfying gameplay wise. So I think 7, I'm gonna give it to Bloodstained. And 8, I'm gonna give it to Fire Emblem. Because Fire Emblem missed the mark. I think a little bit of gameplay, it felt a little too samey to the others. Story was a bit more top notch. But I think overall, which is funny because Bloodstained has a weaker story, but gameplay is key. It was way more addicting. The good thing is that it's getting more difficult towards the end, but that's better because at least my top is really greatly solid. So After Party and Far Cry New Dawn, they just couldn't make it. They couldn't make the top 10. Far Cry, it was more of the same, and it was a little bit lazy, even though it was addicting gameplay, because fuck it, Far Cry is awesome when it comes at least to gameplay, but everything else, and it was also short, and then it kind of used old assets, because it's like a continuation of 5, not to falter it, but it doesn't deserve a top 10. After Party, I actually really love, so it feels a little sad that it didn't make the top 10, but at the same time, maybe I will move it to honorable mentions. Okay, now this is going to be the hard part. The 3 last ones. How do I do this? Concrete Genie is automatically died, and I feel it in my heart. It's just so beautiful, and I love the art design, and I'm giving it automatically died. I want it in my top 10 because I just fucking loved it. So it's now between who's going to be the 10, who's going to edge it out. Will it be story? Because Life is Strange 2 was a beautiful story. or World War Z, which was gameplay. So it's story versus gameplay. Dang it. Oh my god. Okay, let me think more. So I did think about it for a little bit. And then I think I'm going to go with Life is Strange 2 for 10. And then I might move World War Z between After Party and Honorable Mentions. It's because World War Z is also multiplayer and stuff like that. Life is Strange is 2 story. It can't be denied. It needs to be in the top 10, at least in my eyes and my heart. Okay, so the list is done. And then so carried over are games I couldn't play this year, that came out this year, so they carried over to next year. So River City Girls, Grease, and Untitled Goose Game. Disappointments, Devil May Cry 5, and Indivisible. I'm not going to go elaborate on this because this will be posted in my actual YouTube video with Jackie on revealing our top 10 to each other and talking about our experiences with each game and why we love it and why it's that number and all of that. And then most anticipated, most cautious will be described in my honorable mentions. So yeah, guys, 2019 video games. Yay!